Now, I would like to talk about another aspect. Whenever I perform, I feel the responsibility to do justice to the music. Now, what does it mean to do justice to a piece? Does it mean to be faithful to the score? To follow the instruction of the composer? Of course, it is paramount to use the original text and to research and follow all available clues. But a score is only made of dots and lines and markings. And it is up to the performer to bring the music to life, to give it meaning. So only a unique and very personal performance will convince an audience. And if I don't convince an audience, they might go away blaming the composer or the composition. And this is why I feel the responsibility to make the right judgment every time. Now that reminds me that a lady well over 100 years ago didn't. She gave a rather bad performance of Les Jeux à la Villa d'Este, unfortunately in front of Liszt himself. The composer wrote afterwards, "Madame, that was not the fountains in the gardens of the Villa d'Este, but the water being flushed in the villa's smallest room." Of course, he meant the loo. Liszt was an extremely fine pianist, and he was extremely famous. But by the time he composed Les Jeux à la Villa d'Este, he suffered a few blows. He was in his mid-60s, and he couldn't marry the love of his life, Caroline von Sayn-Wittgenstein. He became a priest and withdrew from public life. The Villa d'Este in Tivoli near Rome became one of his favorite places. I've never been there, but I always keep this photo on my music desk when I practice the piece. It is famous for its ancient cypresses and beautiful fountains. And Liszt would walk the gardens and sit under the trees. And in a letter to Caroline, he said, "Their old trunks were haunting me, and I heard the branches singing and weeping, bearing the burden of their unchanging foliage." Les Jeux à la Villa d'Este is a musical meditation. You can hear the water of the fountains. And the reflection of the light. One of my favorite moments. A wistful melody emerges, which Liszt might have called an almost loving melody. And then a passage appears, which again Liszt headed with a quote from the Gospel of John, "But the water I shall give him shall become in him a well of water." Springing up into eternal life.